The anti-abortion freaks have hit a new low. This is in Missouri. This is just an amazing story. In Missouri, of course, they've got this statewide abortion ban the right-wingers have been pushing. And the progressives or Democrats or, average people, women in particular in Missouri, are trying to get enough signatures to put a right to abortion on the ballot this November in Missouri. The Missouri Republicans are doing something that, I'm sure now, they like Ohio, they got blindsided by this thing and it passed. Several other states, they've passed them. And I'm sure that the red states that are looking at these things are going, hey, why didn't we think of that? This is just incredible. Jessica Valenti lays it out over at jessica.substack.com. She's citing a report from I believe it's a TV station there, KOMU. They've started this campaign, Republicans, called Decline to Sign. It's the Decline to Sign campaign. And they're asking people, don't sign those petitions. Now, that in and of itself, would not be the big deal. But they're saying the reason that you shouldn't sign the petitions is because they're not really petitions to put the right to abortion on the ballot. What they are really doing is they're trying to get your signature so that they can steal your identity. I'm not making this up. I mean, this is how crazy it is. The texts say, protect yourself from fraud and theft. Don't share your personal data with strangers. This is a coalition of groups, including the national powerhouse Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America. They are targeting Missourians, Jessica writes, with texts and phone calls warning them not to sign anything because, quote, out-of-state groups are attempting to collect your sensitive data. They're lying to voters. There is no such plan. There is no such group. There is, this is a lie. Pure and simple. But, everybody's afraid of identity theft. And then, making this even worse, now down in Alabama, and Jessica Valenti reporting on this also, a new sex education bill in Alabama would allow parents to sue teachers and schools who teach anything about, quote, safe sex. Now, keep in mind, Alabama has the highest teen pregnancy rate in the country. HB 195 would prohibit sex education classes from including how teens can obtain contraception. As a parent, you could sue the teacher and the school if the teacher in the sex education class talks about, you can buy condoms at the drugstore. That they sue you, take your home, destroy your career. The classes would also be required to tell minors that how best to surrender a newborn for adoption, and what a wonderful thing it is to give a baby up for adoption. In other words, we're going to force you 13-year-olds to have, to give birth, to have this baby, and here's how wonderful you're going to feel when you give that baby away. Because we're not going to tell you that you can buy condoms at the drugstore. Or you can get birth control pills from Planned Parenthood or your doctor. We're not going to tell you that. Because the Republicans in the state legislature said we can't. It's incredible. I mean, Jessica Valenti writes, what's more striking, of course, is that the legislation would give parents the right to sue if their children are given even an inkling of accurate information about sex education. I'm telling you, it's not just the anti-abortion freaks. There is this whole agenda that has largely been promoted in the United States for, years now, by the institutional Catholic Church. And no, I am not anti-Catholic, but this is a simple reality. The Catholic Church has spent millions of dollars, perhaps hundreds of millions of dollars over the years, trying to influence legislators in state after state and at the federal level to make birth control harder to get and to outlaw abortion. It's very simple. It's got nothing to do with whether you agree with or like or disagree with or don't like Catholics, Catholicism, or the Pope. And by the way, I'm a big fan of this Pope. And I met the last Pope at a private audience with John Paul II. Louise, too, as a matter of fact. We were originally told that he would not meet with her because she was a woman. And then when we got there, he saw her and he said, come on, and shook her hand and everything, had a nice little conversation with her. But anyway, this is just, this is now you've got the evangelical Protestants in on it. And it's not good. It's not good for our young people.